Hey everyone, my name is Riley and in this video I'm going to show you how to build a mini course on Kajabi. Now with a mini course is typically 30 to 60 minutes worth of content. And this is different to a regular course, of course, because with a regular course, this is typically 10 hours plus worth of content. So with a mini course, there are generally two reasons that you would build out a mini course. The first is if this is a low ticket offer. And when we say low ticket, I'm talking anywhere between, let's say, $29 to $49. Whereas with a standard course, you can charge anywhere from between $299 all the way up to $1,000. The second reason you may want to build a mini course is also to give this away as a lead magnet. So you might give a mini course away for free to collect somebody's email address, and then the main thing that you might be selling is a course, or you could sell a coaching program on the back end of this, you could sell a community on the back end of this. But these are the main breakdowns of a mini course, what a mini course actually is. 30 to 60 minutes of content, and then we either sell this low ticket to $29 to $49, or we use this as a lead magnet. So jumping into Kajabi right here, I have a demo account loaded up, and this is what I will be using to show you how to build this mini course. And before we actually jump into this, I do have an offer for you. So with Kajabi, if you are not yet signed up, if you use my partner link, which is the top link in the description, you will first of all be able to claim an extended 30-day free trial of Kajabi rather than the standard 14-day free trial. And on top of this, if you sign up using my link, I will also give you access to the Holden Academy Elite package. This includes 2 of my courses. One of them will teach you how to actually use Kajabi. The second will teach you how to go from 0 to 10K per month with digital products. And I will also give you access to my inside community. So you get one-on-one access to me. You can jump on coaching calls with me. You can ask me any questions that you have. And I will be with you for your whole journey of selling digital products. So with Kajabi, what we can do is we can go into products, we can go into courses, and we can create this. But something I actually want to touch on first, and we will go back over to the whiteboard to touch on this, is you need to come up with the idea for your mini course. Now with this, the thing that you need to think about is, of course, this is a mini course. So you might want to look at either the courses that you already have, the coaching program that you already have, or the community that you already have. And the topic that we create the mini course around needs to reflect a mini course. So we can take this channel, for example. This channel is all around digital products, and it's also around Kajabi. So in my mini course, I don't want to give people all of the details that I have and show them exactly how to run this business. I just want to give them enough information where they actually get value from this, but I also have information to give away in my course, in my coaching program, in all of these other things. So for this channel, my mini course could simply be something like how to make your first $1,000 online. If my niche is how to play the piano, my actual course might show people exactly how to play the piano as a beginner, how to go from 0 to expert on the piano. So for my mini course right here, I don't want to be giving people all of that information. So instead, with this piano course, I might simply teach people how to play a song. So in here, we might go for Exile by Taylor Swift. And in my mini course, I'm going to teach people how to play this. Or I'm going to teach people the very, very basics. And with this, I will show people how to play the basic notes. So now that we have the idea for our mini course and we know what we will be creating the mini course around, the next thing that we want to do is map out all of the modules and all of the lessons that are going to be in here. So what I would do is I would go ahead and open up a Google Doc. I'm going to create a mini course that would be relevant to my channel. So I'm going to show people how to make your first $1,000 online. So we can say how to make your first 1K online just like this. And then we can start planning out the modules and lessons. So we can say module 1, we can call this the basics. Then we can say for this lesson 1 is going to be what are digital products. Lesson 2, we could maybe say why digital products are the best things to sell. And then we could go lesson 3, what this course will teach. And within each of these modules, we want to plan between 3 to 5 lessons. And each of these lessons, the videos are going to be between 2 to 5 minutes. As I said, this is a super simple course. So then we could go down and we can plan out module 2 as well. So we could say module 2 right here, creating your product. And then we could say lesson 1, the best products to sell. And then I'm just going to go through and I'll do this off camera. It should take me a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and create these out so that I know what I'm creating my course around. So I just went ahead and added in all of the modules and lessons. And then I also added a little bit of text underneath showing what this lesson is going to be. So I don't have to think about this. I can just come back. I can look at this and then I can say, okay, cool. Now I need to record this. Once we have this created, the next thing that we need to do is actually record the course content. And this is actually very easy to do. The thing that you need to focus on when we are creating course content right here, especially for a mini course, is we just need to get this done. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be fantastic. We just need to get this course launched. And then if we want to come back to this and make this better at a later date, we absolutely can do this. But remember, this is either a free lead magnet or this is a low ticket product. So it absolutely does not need to be perfect. The way that I would record this is I would go ahead and I would install this app here called Loom. And with Loom, it simply allows you to record your screen and also put on a face cam if you have a face cam. So you can just go ahead and we can click on Get Loom for free right here. You can create an account and set this up. And then when you actually have Loom, it's going to look like this. So all we do is we can go ahead and turn on the camera. I'm not going to do this because I'm already using my face cam right here. But we would just turn on the camera, we can say that we want to record the full screen, and then we can select the microphone. And then you can go ahead, you can reference this list that we just created, and then you can create each of these modules and lessons for your course. So once you have done that, once we have these modules and lessons created, the last thing that we need to do is we actually need to create this on Kajabi. So once we are on Kajabi right here, all we need to do is open up products and go to courses. Then we can create a new course in this top corner. We can create a name for this. So I'm going to call this How to Make Your First 1K Online Mini Course. We can then add a brief description in here. And at the bottom where it says use this info to generate content and additional resources, we want to turn this off. Essentially what this button does is it uses AI to take a look at the title and the description, and then uses AI to plan the modules out for you. We don't need this though because we've already planned our modules. Hopefully you might have already created your videos as well to put in here. So what we are going to do is just turn this off and go next. In here, we can now customize the course's appearance. And the first thing that we want to do is we want to create the thumbnail image for this course. This adds a lot of professionalism. We are also going to use this on the checkout page. So we need to create this first. And this is also going to dictate the primary colors that we use within the course. Now, the best tool by far to be able to create our course thumbnail is Canva. And with Canva to access all of the templates and get it to do all of the heavy lifting for us, we need access to Canva Pro. Now, Canva Pro, I think, is around $15 per month, but I can hook you up with a 30-day free trial. So if you sign up to Canva using the link in the description, we can go to Canva, we can create everything that we need, and then we can cancel it before we are charged. But in here, once we have access to Canva, we just go to create. We can then search for a YouTube thumbnail. This is the size that we need. So we go to YouTube thumbnail right here, and then we are brought into this blank Canva document. All we then need to do is go up here, and in the design, we can search for whatever we are creating. So if your course is on a piano, we can type in piano. And then right here, all we have to do is go into this, select this, and then we can change the text. But for me, this is a make your first 1K, which is a little bit difficult. So if I just type in like 1K, I don't think anything's going to come up. Yeah, as we can see. So we could either type in something like mini course. And we can see we get mini vlog, things like this. So we could try alternatively course. Just like that. And then this is a much better way to do this. So I went in and I searched for money course, and there are a few that I like in here. So we could try this one right here, and then we can go in and we can edit this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say $0 right here. And then in here, I'm going to say $1,000 just like this. And we could say in here, make your first $1,000 online. We can then move this over just like that. I'm of course going to delete this image right here and replace this with an image of myself. So I'm just going to select this image right here. We can remove the background of this using this tool on Canva. And then we just spread this out to make this bigger so that I actually fit the entire screen. I'm also going to go in and grab this. So we can say like from 0 to 1,000. And this is make your first $1,000 online. So this is how we can make the course thumbnail. We can then go in, we can download this just like that. And once this is downloaded, we then want to go over, click on choose thumbnail, and we can go ahead and drop this file in. So as this is around money, I do quite like this accent color, the main color right here, but I'm going to go into the primary color for the buttons and change this to white. And perfect, we now have the course appearance. Then we can go into next. And in here where we are pricing the course, this is where it depends on if you are making this a lead magnet or if you are selling this for low ticket. So if this is a lead magnet, of course we want to set this for free. And right here, user paywall for this course, we always want to turn this off. So we can set this to free if this is a lead magnet, or if this is a paid course, we can go in here and I'll just price this at $39. Then we can go down and choose the payment methods that we want to accept. So we can select all of these right here and click on next. And just like that, the course is now going to be created. So all we now have to do is fill this out with the modules and lessons that we have and put our videos in here. So what we can do is we can go for this. First module is module 1, the basics. So we can simply click into this and we can rename this module 1, the basics. We can then go up and I'm going to add in all of the modules first. So we can add a second module right here. We can call this module 2, creating your project. And then I'm just going to go down and add in each of these different modules that I've created. So we go add content, add module. Then we can add module 3 right here. You get the idea on how we create these modules. So now that I have all of my modules added in right here, we can see all of the modules. All we have to do to add the lessons is, first of all, we can click into this lesson because it's already added. We can then go up, we can type in lesson 1, what are digital products? And then we just go to media right here. We grab the video that we would like to upload. We go select a file, upload a new file, and then we can drop the video in that we would like to upload. For the lesson thumbnail, what I would also do is you just simply want to go into the video that you are uploading. So for example, let's say this is the video that I'm uploading right here. What we would do is we would make this full screen, and then we simply take a screenshot of this video. So we just take a simple screenshot, maybe one where my eyes are actually open. And then in the lesson thumbnail, we can just drop this in. So we have the video, we have the thumbnail, we can go down here and we can add text as well. We can also upload any downloadable files that we might want to add. And that is that lesson created. So we can just go in there and we can save this. Then we can go back to the course. We just add new content, add a lesson. And this is how we can add all of the lessons that we want to add in here. So we can go for lesson 2, why digital products are the best things to sell. We can click on create, and then we simply click in here and upload the video that we recorded. So just like that, once we have all of the modules created, what we might want to do is if we go over to customize, we can customize the look of this course. So right now we can see this is Premier Product. This is how the course is going to look. So we can click in and we can preview this and we can see how the course is going to look right now. So this is the default template that we have. The reason that we can't see any of the course lessons is because we haven't published these. So it'll probably be a good idea to go ahead and click on publish with all of these, just so we can see the outline of this. And then if we go back over to customize and we now go ahead and view this, we should be able to see all of the different modules and the lessons that we have in here. So this is the default template. What we can do is we can go to install template right here and we can look through and we can see if there are any of these other templates that we would like to use. So that's how we can customize. Going over to offers right here, we also do want to click into this and we can edit the checkout page as well. So we can see that this is a $39 product. We want to click into edit checkout. And in here, this is the checkout right now. Not very customized. Nobody is going to buy this with this default text. So the first thing that we want to do is we just want to click right here into edit. And the first thing that we want to do is add a hero image. And we want to add in the image, the thumbnail that we created. So we just click on save. We can drop this in. And then when we click on save right here, it's going to appear at the top. So we just click on save. This is now going to appear in and perfect. And then all we now need to do is go down and add in the sales copy. So I would just copy this exactly what it says, insert a call to action statement. What you'll get, we can insert the value of the course right here and we can set up this checkout page. Just like that, we are then going to click on save and we can go back to Kajabi. And just like that, we now have our mini course created. Now from here, there may be a few other things that you want to do. Like we might want to create a funnel around this. We might want to do email marketing as well. And the way that you go about these things really depends on your offer. Like, is this a lead magnet? Is this a paid product? And if Kajabi funnels are something that you struggle with as well, I will leave a link to my video on Kajabi sales funnels in the description so that you can go and check out that video as well. And you can create a funnel around the course we just created. Now, if you are still watching this video at this point, I want to first of all give you an offer and show you how this actually works in real life and how I'm using the exact same thing in my business. So I have a free lead magnet that you can go ahead and claim in the description. It's pretty similar to the one I created in this video, and it's a super simple guide to your first $1,000. So in the description, you can go ahead and claim that. But with that being said, hopefully you found this video valuable. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.